Hi guys, it's Angel. I am sorry I'm a few minutes late. It's almost like I say the word webinar in my house and my son decides to have a physical meltdown. So it's a few minutes past 7 here Central Time. I hope you're having a great night, and this will be part 2 of the social networking tips. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody jumps on here. I had a few people registered. I know a lot of people get to the replay because I know this time for a lot of people it's hard to do live. So that's no problem. I understand that, and I have a webinar in an hour that starts that I likely will be watching the replay of as well. So things changed here a bit with Hangouts, it said, so I was just getting used to that. That took me an extra couple of minutes. I'm just going to go over here and see if what we've got here. If anybody's on and is having any problems seeing me or hearing me, let me know. Just going to put in here. Can everyone hear me and see me? Just in case somebody can't. Okay. So here, let's see. I don't see anything coming up that they can't. Okay, so tonight is part 2 of the social networking tips with me, Angel. And oh, thanks. Hi, Walter. You can hear me and see me fine. That's all good. Last week I covered Facebook and Twitter. There were a few things with Facebook that I didn't cover that I'm going to cover today. I said it was just going to be pages, but there's a few. Thanks, Walter. So there's a few things that I didn't cover that I'm going to today, just to they were kind of a few things that I was like, oh shoot, I forgot those because I tried to keep it within the hour. So tonight we're going to be covering Facebook. We're going to be covering some, let's see, I'll bring it up here. Tonight we're going to be covering how to avoid Facebook jail. What to say to other network marketers, and how to lead people to the phone, and fan pages, ways to get engagement, ways to get likes, and basically the best way to manage your fan page. And then we're also going to be covering Google+, and I'll be sharing why, for me, Google+ is probably my most favorite social media platform because I'm a blogger and because I do look to network with people, and it just has some good content, so I'll share why that is my favorite one. So who am I? I'm just going to check over here and see if anything's changed. Perfect. Okay. So my name is Angel. For those of you, I know some of you on here are going to be people who saw the first one, so this will be a little bit repetitive this first couple of minutes. But for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Angel Belichowski. I am a network marketer. I've been in network marketing for about 1.5 years. I have definitely struggled and went a long time without recruiting anybody into my business. I am huge on coaching. I believe in investing in yourself, in training, in and then turning around and teaching that to others, sharing that with others, and putting value out there. My mentor is Ray Higdon, and he's someone, him and his wife Jessica are 2 people that I follow and take their coaching and just apply it to my business and to my life. And just, I think with the proper coaching and with the proper mindset training, you can really see things change in your life. And so that's been it for me. So I am recently, within the last 6 months, in a new company. Things are going much better, and I've really just, it's kind of been a mindset difference for me, realizing, that you need to believe in duplication for your company. You need to believe in your products. You need to just, if there's any blocks, you're really not going to have the true success that you want. So I pretty much, in my coaching, that's really what I help people with, kind of figuring out where their blocks are and how you can tweak a few things, and how you can do a few things that might really change everything for you, how it can just be one or two things that you might be doing wrong, or you might need some help with, or you may not even see, that can change everything for you. So I've kind of, besides just building my business, I do work with people, helping them with that kind of stuff, and it's really fun for me. I really enjoy it, and I'm a passionate network marketer. I believe in it 100%. I think it's an amazing industry, and I know that it's not for everybody, and that's fine. Some people will, some people won't, so what, right? So that's kind of how I go through it, and I just help others to have belief in what they do and to have a confidence. I believe in posture. I believe in, just really being confident and not being, arrogant, but just being confident in what you have, and the blessing that you are being to others, and just kind of building that confidence in people and helping them with that. So that's me. So we can get started here. Again, I'll probably keep it within an hour, just because, I have kids that need to go to bed, and I think we can pretty much cover everything in this next hour. So we're going to first talk about how to avoid Facebook jail, and that's something that I forgot to mention last week. We talked a lot about Facebook, and if you didn't get the replay of last week's webinar, just send me an email. I've got my email here, abelachowski@live.com, and I will definitely send that off to you. It's totally free. So I didn't cover how to avoid Facebook jail, and I think a lot of people get thrown in Facebook jail. I see a lot of it when I'm in the groups, a lot of people saying, oh no, I got put in jail, or they can't like people's posts because they've liked too many and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people must get thrown in jail a lot of times. I personally have somehow managed to avoid it. I follow Jessica Higdon's tips, what she's taught me on avoiding it, and so far so good. And I'm wondering, sometimes I think that if you do more Facebook marketing, and I'm just totally guessing here, I don't have any proof of this, but I think they favor you when you've spent money on advertising, and not favor, but they trust you more, maybe, because I do take chances. I've taken a few chances and not known if I'm going to be thrown in jail, but so far so good. So one thing that I follow, and I know a lot of people don't, is don't friend people you don't know. I will friend people that are on my suggested list. If there's someone that I want to network with, I don't friend people just to build up a big friends list. I right now don't have, like 1,000 friends or anything. I'm just I want to build my network of people that that you want to have in your network. You wouldn't just go out and ask everybody on the street to be in your business. So I kind of follow that with Facebook too. So the thing is, if you friend somebody you don't know, they can say yes or no, but then they also have the option of reporting you as spam. And if you have that, then Facebook immediately, they're going to see a red flag on your account, and you can get shut down. And I don't even know how long you can be in jail for. I don't know if it's a week, I don't know if it's 2 days, 24 hours, but that can happen. So, and I know a lot of people don't like it when people friend them and do mark them as spam. So me personally, if somebody friends or you ask to be my friend and I say no, I don't spam them. I mean, that's because I know the consequences of that. So if you are getting asked to be a friend, try not to spam people, unless if they're really sending you messages that are unsolicited and stuff like that, then for sure. But if just use common sense. When you're sending messages, last week I taught you how to send messages to people to approach them. When you're doing that, send only 5 at a time. So within a half an hour, if you're working on your Facebook recruiting for a half an hour, do about 5 and then take a break for a few hours. And then maybe so what I try to do is I try to do some in the morning, try to do some in the afternoon, and then some in the evening. And that's been keeping me safe so far. 5 group posts at a time. Same thing when you share your blog or you share pictures or you're networking in the Facebook groups. I try to keep it to 5 at a time. I don't know 100%. If you're an actual member of the group, I don't know if there's a limit, but I know that some people post to the groups via auto posters, and so I think if you do to more than 5 at a time, that can also be a flag on your account. the best way, because if you don't want to send messages, and last week I told you about how you can send someone a message and it can go into their other account. If you don't want to do that, you can always follow the person. Most people will have a follow button. I can show that to you here. Oh, you know what? You can't see mine because but anyways, there would be a follow button here. And you can follow that person, and then you see their posts. And then you can, most of the time, you can, unless if they've got their settings really private, you can comment on their posts. And I mean, some people do that to me. It does not trigger me to reach out to that person most of the time, because sometimes it's just not people that I would, be contacting to network with. But so that will get an alert. They get a notice that you commented on something. They also get a notice when you follow them. So so they get that notification. So who knows, maybe they'll friend you because they see that that you follow them, right? So that's another way that you can look at contacting people. Some people comment on somebody's post and say, hey, I've sent you a message. You may want to check your inbox in the other folder. So I know some people do that. I personally haven't, but that can work. I just want to make sure there's no new messages at all. Everything's good. Okay. And so next is, what can you say to other network marketers? Now, if you're network marketing, you will get people sending you messages. I don't know how some of them don't go into my other folder, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, you get those, I'm in this business and this is my link, and I got one on Google Plus the other day where literally, like, I got a Hangout notification, and it was literally the guy was like, hey, this is my business. Take a look at this. If you like what you see, let me know right away. Time is limited. And the funny thing is, it was my opportunity, the same thing I'm involved with. So I messaged him and I just said, hey, like, that's not what you want to be doing. But you try to help them out. So I used to have the opinion that people like that were annoying me and I would ignore them, or I would be like, are you kidding me? Like, that kind of thing. I've realized that you really can turn those people into leads. You can, start a conversation with them. Obviously, if that's the approach they're taking with you, then you know that they need help. You know that they're not being successful. And you know that this is like a desperate attempt to get people to join their opportunity when they're literally sending a message with their link to anybody on Facebook they can find. So one thing you can do is start a conversation with them, and you can ask them how they're doing. So, thanks for the message. I'm already in an opportunity that I'm super happy with and having great success with. So how are you doing in your opportunity, or how are you liking it? And of course, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're going to answer saying they're doing awesome and that they got in at ground level and it's going to be a $1 billion company and everything's amazing. And, 9 times out of 10, that's not going to be true. So there, you might have someone who's honest with you, and that's awesome when they're honest. I love when people can just be like, hey, you know what? No, this isn't working for me. So yeah, I need help. And sometimes that'll happen. But if it doesn't, you can ask how they're doing, and they will say they're awesome, and you can say that's great. So have you hit your rank, or are you at the level that you want? And you can say, give them the reason that you're asking. You can say, the reason I ask is because I actually guide others that are in, and you can put their company. So say it was, I don't know, say they're in Visalis or something. I guide others that are in Visalis to have more success. What's your monthly income goal? So you can ask questions to get them to talk a little bit more about their situation. And so if they answer you, you can say, that's awesome. I'd love to guide you to hitting that goal. Is that something that you'd be open to? And most people will. I mean, I think, it depends on the team that they have, right? If you've got an awesome team who's supporting you 100% and providing you with proper training, then chances are you wouldn't be sending those messages out. But some of them will, some of them won't want your help. But when they do, you can lead them to the phone. So you can say, that's perfect. What's a good number and time to give you a call so we could talk more in detail and put a game plan together for you to help you hit your monthly income goal. And so that's it. You just set up a time. For me, that's when I say I offer free 15-minute consultations. If you want to get on the phone with me, we can see if I can help you hit your goal and kind of do an assessment of your marketing and what you're doing now, and maybe ways you can fix that, and see what we can do for you. So that's one way I lead them to the phone, and that's one way you can deal with other network marketers. And I mean, there's sometimes I've had people be totally rude, which is fine. I mean, they're already starting off rude. It's not surprising when they don't want the help, but some of them do. And if I was in that situation and I was sending messages like that, I would hope that I would be open to help. So that's one way you can deal with that, and that was one thing that I forgot to bring up last week, so I want to cover that. Fan pages. One of the biggest thing about fan pages, and most people that I see their pages, it's about their company, their jewelry, their candles, their weight loss thing, and I'm just going to say this again. I said it last week. I did everything wrong with my first fan page. I have 1,000 likes on a different page that was totally branded toward my first company, and I can't use it anymore. So I've been there and done that, and have made these mistakes. So that's why I just want to share with you now the reason why you want to brand you. And inside MLSP, which is something I'm involved with, they say they want to build you Inc. And that's really what you want, because when I was with my first company, I would have never thought in a million years that I wouldn't be with them again. I was going to make it work no matter what. And the thing is, I mean, sometimes that just doesn't happen. Sometimes, everything just doesn't line up. And something else comes along that you realize is a way better fit for you. And, you change, and it's not embarrassing. I don't know many people in network marketing that are successful that haven't been with more than one company. So that's one thing. So a lot of people get upset when I tell them that when I say you've got to change your fan page, change your pictures, change the name so that it's you. And a lot of people don't want to, but that's the reason. If you don't continue with this for your whole career and you end up doing something else, you've got to start over, and it's a pain in the butt. And right now I've only got 68 likes on my fan page because I'm in the middle of a 100-day business builder challenge, and I just don't have the time to build up a fan page right now. So I'm going to work on it in the fall, but it's just, it can be frustrating, and it's sad to lose the following that you had and to try to go another route. So if you brand yourself, then it's a lot easier. So one thing you want to do, and one thing I still have to do, is maybe get some pictures done. I mean, you don't have to get professional pictures. Just get a few nice pictures. Maybe you definitely want you as your profile picture on your fan page. And for the cover photo, do something of you and your family, or you with your caption, with your tagline, and put that up there. Just people basically, and you can hear this over and over, but people join you, not your business. So for an example is the company that I'm in now. I had been approached by other people, but the way I was approached, and this was through Twitter and Facebook and stuff, the way I was approached I didn't like. So it turned me off, and I in my head had thought that I would never join that company because the way I was approached. And then when I ended up talking to someone else in the company and actually decided to watch the video and to take a look at it, I realized it was the perfect fit for me and wanted to join because of the person, because of the business, and also because of the person that I was joining with. So people join you. So what you're putting out there is what people are looking for. People are noticing you, whether you know it or not. And if you keep consistent and stay positive and help people out, then they're going to want to be with you, and they're going to just eventually say to you, hey, I don't even know what you do, but I want to work with you. So, sign me up for whatever it is you're doing, and that will happen. So pictures and logo, you can get a logo done at Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr, and they're like $5. I mean, I bought a $5 one, and as you can see, it's not on my page because I didn't like it. So I mean, you could definitely spend a little bit more money. Some of them are like $15-20. I would say do it and get a proper logo done and a nice cover photo. We're gonna go get some pictures done and get that up on my page. So I'm excited for that. Engagement. How to get people engaged on your page. I see time and time again where you take a look at somebody's page and it's just post after post after post about their company and about announcements for their company and about products for your company, and that's great if everybody who likes your page is on your team and in your company. But I can tell you what, the other people who like your page aren't noticing that. They don't want to see that all the time. They want, you've got to take a look and you've got to start thinking like your ideal customer or your ideal prospect. What would they want to see? Do they care that, this doctor endorsed your product, or, do they care that, you can have a six-pack in 30 days, or, you've really got to just kind of start thinking as a person and start thinking about reasons why you buy things, or why you like posts on certain pages, or why you've liked pages, what's caught your attention, what made you want to like that person's page or start engaging on their page. And so you really got to start thinking of ways to get people involved. One great way is contests. People love free stuff. And so if you can give something away, or, if you don't have products to give away, maybe you can give away, if it's, if you have network marketers that like your page, give away a half-an-hour coaching call, or give away a book. Go buy a book and something that they would like to read and give that away. Or, a movie voucher, or, something, and just have a contest. And a lot of good ways to get a contest going is to say, you enter by liking and sharing this post. So that person shares it on their page, and you get that what's the word I'm looking for? Exposure. And so it's good, and you can get a lot of people involved in that. One way to get engagement on your page, and I see a lot of people doing that even on their personal pages now, is just ask a question. Ask a random question. What books are you reading? Where would you go on vacation if you could? If you could choose between these three things, what would it be and why? Or, do you want information on this? And that's a great way. And one great way, like say you're in health and wellness and you want to run a workout group or a challenge group or something, and you're looking to, I'm sorry for my son screaming in the background, he's throwing a fit upstairs. And you're looking for, a way to figure out what you should offer next. You can ask a question and get them to answer it, and then you can turn around and say, okay, I'm offering a challenge group with such and such a workout. So if you ask a question and say, if I was to run a group, what would you guys want to work out? What's your favorite workout to do? What's your next step in your fitness goals? And then people will answer. Take the majority of those answers, and whatever's the most popular, go ahead and create a challenge group around that. Or you can say, one thing I heard Michelle Pesco-Solido say is ask what time people open their emails. And so whatever the most popular time is, send your emails out. When you send your broadcast, send them out then. That's when people are at their emails, right? And polls, you can ask people's opinions on things. So just really, if you want people engaged on your page, you have to be doing things that are going to engage them. Always, inspirational pictures and quotes and stuff, always people like, and that always inspires people. But definitely, if you want to get some action going, you need to be doing these things. When it comes to your products and stuff, people love to see testimonies. Putting up a picture of something and saying, this is the price, or I've got, 2 spots left, or won't engage people as much as saying, hey, look at my friend, she's lost 10 pounds in 4 weeks, doesn't she look amazing? I'm so proud of her. Find out what she's doing, just message me. I'm going to be holding another challenge group. There's some limited spaces if anybody wants to have this be their next experience, or something like that, and so that's one thing. People like to see results. It's like reality networking, right, where you're showing what's happening. So really focus on getting those stories. Get those testimonials from people that have used your product, and use those for your fan pages. You should post at least 5 times a day, following the 80-20 rule, and we talked about that in last week's webinar, where 80% of the time you want to be posting something that people can use and that's helping people, that's informational and helpful. And then 20% of the time you can make it about business. Throw that out there every once in a while in a lifestyle post, or if you want to find out more about this post or anything like that. So, and then there's of course paid marketing strategies, where you can use Facebook ads to get more likes on your page. You can post or promote your posts, and you can target people. And I'm not going to get a lot into this tonight, but with the paid marketing strategies, one thing that I learned that I was doing wrong. Like I said last week, I've spent lots of money on Facebook ads without having any results in the beginning, and probably, I don't know, lots. I did a lot wrong. But you know, one thing I did wrong was when you're targeting people in a Facebook ad, don't I was putting like the US, Canada, Australia, UK, putting it all together, and then putting people who like Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, Robert Kiyosaki, you know, and like Jim Rohn, and like just listing everything I could think of. I literally probably one time did an ad where I think I targeted about 25 different interests of stay-at-home moms. Couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting anything done, but then I had it explained the proper way, where it's, you know, if you're targeting all those, you're being spread out amongst all of those different different interests. And if you're not getting clicks, then Facebook is charging you more for your cost per click, and you end up draining your ads limit, and not getting any results. So you just want to be targeting one interest, so one country and one interest. And for somebody who's doing network marketing, I before also have targeted a certain business, but the point that was made that I heard is that's great if you want to target a business, but the thing is you're targeting customers and people who are running the business. So that's something to think of. So I do a lot of targeting. I've done some ads targeting people who like Ray Higdon. I've done some ads targeting people who like Network Marketing Pro, and stuff like that. So you can do Mike Dillard. You can do just things that you like. Think of what you like. Pick one thing you like that you know network marketers like, and use that as your target, and then see how that goes. And then also with your marketing strategies, I was always running my ads where I would take off my mobile newsfeed ad. I was kind of taught a different way, but then recently I've learned that you want to be doing one ad for the right column ad, you want to be doing one ad for the mobile newsfeed, and you want to do another for the desktop newsfeed. And the reason that you want to do that is so that you can actually split test to see which one is working better for you, and you can pause the other ones or tweak them, or not be wasting money. So you want to check in on your ads and see. But you can, and even for getting likes on your page, target somebody. Don't just, I had before with my other page, put up just, you just promote your page. You have no clue what you're doing. I was just targeting my city, because at that time I thought that, I don't know, I was thinking small, I guess. And so I was targeted my city, and I was getting like just weird likes, like 12-year-old kids, and I don't know, I was just like, really? You like my page? And then I realized I was just promoting it to literally anybody. So you really want to be targeted so that you're saving money and getting the right people liking your page. And so that's it for fan pages for now. Google Plus. Why Google Plus? I'm not going to claim to be any expert. I am far from an expert, and like I say, I'm so involved in my challenge right now that I'm not spending a lot of time on social media. But I have been in Google Plus for, I would say, actively for about the last 7 months. What I have found with Google Plus, and I'm a video blogger, so I have YouTube videos up, 3 or 4 times a week. The posts that I do, well, basically, obviously, Google owns Google Plus, and Google owns YouTube. The posts that I do with my YouTube, and inside of YouTube, when you do a video, you can share it on Google Plus right away. When it uploads with a comment, you can put a comment in there, and it uploads to Google Plus. And those posts that I do on my page, those are the ones that are ranking on page 1. So pick your target words or your keywords. Use that in your description when you're uploading your video, and post it to Google Plus, and chances are you're going to qualify on page, as long as it's not you still want to do your keyword research, but you're going to rank way higher with those posts. Now that's just been my experience. I just kind of realized that, I will then turn around and put that video into a blog, and then post that blog post on Google Plus, but that doesn't rank on page 1. So it's my YouTube video that I put on Google Plus, just the YouTube video with my comment, and whatever words I use in that comment on the post is what is ranking. So that is why I love Google Plus, because really it's so simple to get some exposure, and your picture goes up with it. And I'll see if this is still ranking. This was over the weekend. Yeah, see, so WHAM is work at home mom. And this was my post. Well, actually, you know what? This is funny. I'm lying because this is my blog. But so yeah, this is my Google Plus post. I'm on the first page for the word work at home mom. And I mean, some people may think, well, that's not commonly searched, and it's not a huge search word, but it's common for work at home moms, and so that's who I want to be working with. And I'm on page 1, so you know, it's awesome. And I'm the only one with a picture. So me, I'm visual, so if I can be like, oh, hey, I want to check out what that person's doing, and, you know, it just kind of gives you that extra exposure and extra kind of ranking, I guess, like makes you look like you're more of a professional at it, right? So that's why I like Google Plus. Setting up your profile. So if you're not in Google Plus at all, it will take you a bit to get used to it. It's really not hard to set up. It's a little bit different than Facebook, but it's not too different where it's like overwhelming. It's a little bit more different of an atmosphere, and I don't know if anybody else agrees with me on that, but I find it to be more international. Like, I have really connected with some really different people from all over the world, whereas on Facebook, I find it to be more, you know, more states and Canadians that I'm connecting with. I, of course, network more outside of that, but I don't really get approached as much as I do out here. So this is Google Plus. So when you're setting up your profile, you want to have a good cover photo and a good profile picture, just like all of the other platforms. You have a little bit more exposure in your about, and I don't know, yeah, so you can, like, you really want to be as descriptive as possible. So, you know, put everything that you can in there. Put your email, put your links, and get all that in there. Now, which one? This one here, employment, is the one that shows here. So that's, you know, that's where you want to be thinking about what you want showing up here. So you've got so many different areas. You know, you've got occupation, skills, employment, introduction, tagline, bragging rights. So there's just so much where you can put a lot about yourself. And the thing I love the most is that you can put as many links in here as you want. So when you've got your links, you can put in, you know, your YouTube, and this is my blog, and then we've got Facebook and Twitter, and then since I'm part of MLSP, I've been able to add other links, so anybody can come into my profile and figure out how to build their business on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, be an internet marketing expert, prospecting tricks, keyword. Like, so I've got all of my links within my Lead System Pro showing on here, and that was thanks to Lisa Thompson. I did not know that you could do that. I was watching one of hers, and yeah, it's pretty awesome that you can have this much information in here. And I mean, it's the same as Facebook. People are coming in to see what you're all about, so why not have as much as you possibly can in here? So I think it's awesome that they allow that, and that you're not limited. You can just, you know, put as much as you want in there, and have it be what you want people to see. I don't think there was anything else. Like, if you have questions on setting up your profile, for sure send me an email and let me know. I'm not going to dive, like, this isn't going to be a tutorial on how to do Google Plus or anything, but just kind of an overview of how much you can actually have in here. You want to be engaging with others, plus winning, commenting, and sharing. And if you don't know Google Plus, you're not going to really know what I'm talking about. But so it's very similar. A +1 in Google is basically the equivalent of a like on Facebook, except you're actually +1ing that person's content on there. So it does help them with their ranking in Google. So that's what you want. You want people +1ing and sharing your content within Google Plus. I pretty much like all +1 some cool things. Like, to give you an example. So you don't overcomplicate simple things. Enjoy life for what it is. So I will +1 that because I agree. People have commented on this. So you want to be, this is pretty cool, and a water bar. So you can +1 that, and you can put in, it looks like fun or something. Oh, that's what that guy said. That looks awesome. And you really, like, I mean, it's the same as Facebook, where you want to be commenting on people that you want noticing you. You know, you're still using it for business, but those are the ways. So that's what you're doing. You're plus oneing. So now my picture shows up that I've plus one and commenting. And when it comes to people plus oneing and commenting on your content, and this is something I learned from my friend Christina, when you go into one of your posts, it's like Facebook, where I said last week you want to make sure that you're connecting with people who like and comment on your posts. It's the same in Google+. So you want to be, where was one here? So this picture got a lot of plus ones. I did not know this. I don't know. I never realized you could click here and it flips around and shows you what people have done. So it shows me who's plus one and who's commented. It'll show you who shared, and that's what I'm looking for. So especially the people that have shared, I will send them a little I'll comment on their share of my post and say like, hey, thanks for sharing this, you're awesome, and just kind of making that connection. So you want to be doing that. Yeah, and that's basically how that works. I add 20 new people a day, or I try to. Again, I've kind of been using my social networking just for recruiting lately, and don't spend an extra lot of time on it. But when you do add 20 new a day, you can go into here, and it'll give you suggestions of people to follow. And you can do it that way, or you can go into some people's profiles. Like I said last week with Twitter, I use Ray's followers and follow them. So you can go in here and you could find, I think you can see who has him. Yeah, have him in circles. So it's the same thing. You can go in here, find out who's got him in their circles, and then you can add them as well. And so I've done that before. That's a little bit better of a way. I mean, there's some communities and stuff in Google. I don't know if I get into communities at all actually in my yeah, watch rules. Okay, let's go into communities. There's some communities where you can use to get some interaction on your content and get a lot of people following you. But I'm not that active in there. I do have a community called Body, Mind, and Soul Fitness if you want to join that. And I'll be posting more in there in the next few weeks. This one's a really good one. Work from home opportunities is a really well managed community. It's good for interaction. Most people will follow you if you comment on one of their posts, or if you add somebody, they'll generally add you back. But you really want to follow all the rules in these communities. It's a lot different than Facebook that way, where the people who have created this have put quite a few rules in. You can't spam. In Google+, you can put your content in a group, but if you, and I found this out the hard way, I thought, woohoo, let's just post in all these communities because look at all these people who are network marketers on Google+. And I came to find out that my posts were being marked as spam, and that's actually hurting my blog, because if my link keeps on being marked by spam on Google, that's not a good thing. So I don't even really share that much anymore in the communities, but I do use the communities for, I do share in this one, and I use it for interacting. Google Plus is definitely more of a networking platform where you're going to want to actually interact with people. It takes a bit more time. You're not just, I can share my blog post in Facebook in 5 groups in 5 minutes, but when you come into Google Plus, it's a lot more involved, and it's smart people and some good stuff. So that's a good one to join. Let's see. But yeah, follow the rules or else you get kicked out. And people will help you too. Most people will generally give you a warning. And this one, Google Plus engagement, this is where you can get a lot of followers, or not followers, but people to add you in here to put you in their circles. So this is an engagement circle. So you can look for things like this. And it's generally, a lot of these people are network marketers when I added them. So it's a good community to have, and then you get some good content to like and share, right? So when you go to your homepage, you're adding people into your network and into your circles that you want to see their stuff and you want to share it and you want to support them. So that's one way you can get active immediately in Google+. You join those groups and you start interacting as a professional, people are immediately going to view you as one and you kind of embrace you. But if you take the wrong road like I did and start putting, and I wasn't spamming, I wasn't putting a link in. I was sharing my blog, sharing my content and my value, but yeah, you do get marked as spam. So that's that. And again, yeah, I already went to that part, interact with your shares and comments. And when you're in Google+, you really want to be creating content that people are struggling with. So base it around a struggle you think people would have. Be helpful, and really just kind of think about the content you're putting in. You can still share the same stuff that you're sharing on Facebook and Twitter, but make it a little bit different. I don't connect any of my accounts together because I think each one has its own way of working. And so if I do a Facebook post and attach that to everything and just post it the same in every single social media that I have, that's really kind of pointless, I think. I think you really got to figure it out. You got to get your groove. You got to spend 30 minutes in Google+, maybe even just 4 times a week, but get familiar with it and be active in it, and you'll be amazed. I think you'll really like it. And even if you're putting content out there, you need to be using Google+, basically. I mean, why spend 45 minutes on keyword research anyway and then not use Google Plus where you're trying to rank on Google, right? It really doesn't make any sense. So one tip I watched today, actually, one of Lisa Thompson's Google Plus, we have it as a bonus inside of our challenge, one of her videos, and she said to pick an influencer. And who did she use? I can't remember the name of the guy she used. So I can't type him in. But and I haven't gone in and done this yet because I didn't really know of it this way. But you find an influencer in your niche niche. I always say that wrong. That basically is someone who has a big following. And I don't know Ray is definitely an influencer in the industry, but I'm just not sure if he shares content on Google Plus a lot. He shares his own content, but you're looking for someone who shares other people's and gets a lot of comments going on their posts. So, well, this one has some, but yeah, so you'd want to be finding someone that is an influencer, and so you follow them, you start commenting, get active on their posts, and then what you do is you start sharing, you start interacting with, you interact on the post with comments, and then you start adding the people that are commenting on these posts, and you really build this really good group, and you start sharing those people's posts too, and then people are going to turn around and start sharing your posts. So it's almost like building this tribe of people sharing your content. So again, it's a little bit more involved, but boy, if you can get some big names that already have a huge following and have a lot of people +1ing and commenting on their stuff, if they start sharing your posts, if they're kind of paying you back for sharing theirs or for commenting and being so active on their posts, then they're going to pay you back that way. And so it's a really good way. And I hadn't tried that yet. I've been more posting in the communities and stuff and interacting that way, hoping that gets you some good exposure. But I think that's a really good way. So it's one way to, and I don't think that would work as well on Facebook, right? I mean, sharing people's posts on Facebook, they don't really generally turn around and share something back of yours, but in Google Plus they do. So it's a good way to use it. And that's that. So, hey, we're under the hour. That's awesome. I could go deeper into things, but I'm not going to, because I think that if you're brand new to Google+, I know a lot of people find it overwhelming and are scared of it, and that there's been a little bit of a stigma with it with some people that it's useless, but I absolutely disagree and think it's huge for your business if you're putting content on the internet. So if you need some help with it, just let me know. There's a couple of other, I didn't put the links on here, but I've got them bookmarked. I've got a couple of webinars I've watched on people using Google Plus for their business and can share that with you for sure. So what I did is, because I'm part of MLSP, I have this free training I can give you, but it's basically, I mean, a lot of what I talked about I already shared from it. How to build a 6-figure business on Facebook, and that's Michelle Pesco-Solito's her course basically. So you can get, I think it's maybe about 45 minutes of free training from her on what she does with Facebook. But I'll go to my blog here and show you where it is. So you go to coffeewithangel.com, and then it's /Facebook mastery. And it would be in my pages tabs here. So it isn't free, but you know, I just think, like, she goes, it's 9 modules of how to build your business on Facebook. And I mean, I think Facebook, building your business on Facebook is still probably the most popular thing to be doing. You can do pages in Google Plus too. I haven't done that yet, so I didn't want to teach on that because I don't want to teach on something that I don't actively use. But I can definitely get you training on that. If you want some Google Plus pages training, I can send that off to you. Just send me an email. But this is, I just put this page up so that you guys would have access to the training. You know, I'll throw in a couple of bonuses, like if you want to buy it, I will give you my Secret to Success in MLM webinar, as well as a half-an-hour coaching call if you want one. And I have an audio to share with you too. Basically, anybody who buys stuff through my blog, I always throw those in as bonuses because I believe that if you're doing training and you're bettering yourself, you want to have the whole package. And the Secret to Success in MLM is my webinar I did where I basically share with you the exact training on vision that I went through with Ray Higdon, and it was really intense. It was part of our Top Earners Success School course, and it was basically, he did like a 3-hour webinar with us, and I've kind of condensed it all down into 1 hour and 6 minutes, but his was a little bit more involved. But I put that into a webinar because I just think, like, that training, once I got that, everything changed for me immediately. And so I will throw that in with any purchases off of my blog. And also I've got I think it's 15 minutes, maybe it's 11-minute audio on ridding yourself of mental blocks that you don't even know about, where I basically have shared another training that I went through. It was just like a $50 course, but and also condensed that down into my own audio, where I basically teach you how to fix your mental blocks, how to figure out things that are going on in your head that you don't even know are going on and that exist in there. And things like this can be from your childhood, from things that were kind of put into your head, and the way you were talked to can really affect your life. And so it basically walks you through these steps of being able to yourself pinpoint exactly what you're doing wrong and how you're going to achieve success, and what you need to get out of your head, and really help you just break through whatever's holding you back, even though you didn't know it was there. It's probably one of the most amazing trainings that I've ever gone through. It really helped me, and it's something that I apply. It's not just a one-time thing. Like, I do it often, and it really helps you out. So so those are 2 things I throw in for when you purchase off of my blog. So that's there. It's not, I don't think it's super expensive. I think her course is $297, and you can do 2 payments, I think. But last week I shared, I had Jessica Higdon's 10K social media, because that's more for if you're recruiting on Facebook, and Michelle's training is more for if you're building a business on Facebook. And how she got to 6 figures in 6 months doing that. So that's those there. And if you have any questions about any of that, or if you just want the free training, like you can go through that 45-minute webinar without being obligated to buy anything at all. So just wanted to share that with you guys. And all that other training is also on my page anytime you want it. It's all on my blog at coffeewithangel.com, just on the side here. So I think that is it. I will go and see if anybody has any questions. I have to get into my event page now, don't I? And see, I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry. It's just I can hear my voice going. And I wanted to say thank you. I wanted to put this up here too so you guys have it. You can connect with me on my fan page. You can connect with me on Twitter. That's me on Google+. And if you want to email me, it's abalacheski@live.com for any information or any questions that you have. If I don't get to them tonight, I don't know how to get there. We go. Get to the event page. Let's see. Walter says that is a great program from Michelle. It is, for sure. Mike Dillard, awesome. Awesome. You can get 3 weeks. Oh, goodness. Wow. That's a long jail time. Walter's awesome. Definitely connect with him. He's very very active on social media as well, and it's been nice to get to know him. Um, these are, let's see, I think that's pretty much it. Or we'll go back over here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, or for those of you who listen to the replay. Thank you, Walter, for your interaction. I love it. And I hope you guys have a fantastic night. And again, if any questions come up afterwards, just fire me off an email. I'm generally MIA for the next hour as I put my children down, but get back onto social media in the next probably about an hour and a half, so I'll be back on there. So anything you want to ask, or you can go to my fan page and ask questions as well, and I'll be on there. So thank you so much. I'm going to do another webinar because I would like to cover Pinterest and Instagram. And I think like a lot of people aren't involved with Pinterest and may think of it more as a kind of like stay-at-home mom with social media, but it's a platform where people are making or generating 50% more business on Pinterest than they are using Facebook. So it's something that I would like to share, and you know, I personally want to be more active in it. I use it and I post my blog on there, but I'm really not using it to the max. So I'm gonna share some training that I have on that I've taken, but I'm not going to be doing it next week. Actually, next week is a long weekend here. We're gonna have some family time, but I also realized August 4th is my 6-month blog anniversary, so I'm going to be having like a little kind of birthday party. I'm just going to do like a random hangout, so I'll be posting that on Google Plus, so make sure to connect with me and join me on that. It'll just be like probably just like seriously a hangout. No topic, just, you know, share stuff that you're doing, things that are working, support each other, and we'll just have a little fun. I haven't really thought about it too much because I didn't realize how close it was, but it's definitely something I want to do because I'm super excited. Can't believe it's been 6 months, and would like to just hang out with you guys. So I'm going to do that next Monday. So the next actual social media webinar will be the following Monday. So what would that be? August 11th, I think, and we'll do that. So I'll cover those two things, and then I'll see from there if we need to do any more social media or if I will move on to other topics for webinars. So again, thanks very much for joining me. Thank you, Walter, and I hope you have a great night, and I will see you in the next webinar. Bye.